Good morning, 11:15, May 6th, day 10 of our trip, and we're on the way to Santa Fe. We're about halfway there. The wind picked up as predicted by the weatherman, although it's still very warm, and the wind is coming out of the south, and right now it's pushing us towards Santa Fe. We're going to get to the campground very early. We'll be there around noontime. Hopefully we can check in that early. I'm sure we'll be able to. And we'll get the campsite set up, have lunch, and then figure out what we want to do this afternoon, if anything, in regards to Santa Fe. So maybe at least go in and see the old town, or just kind of tour, the downtown part of the city. But we'll play it by ear and we'll figure it out once we get to the campground. In case I didn't mention it, we're heading north on Interstate 25. So our time of traveling east has now ended, and now we're going to be going northeast up until we get to Trinidad on Sunday. And from there it's westward as we head back towards California. Greetings from the Santa Fe skies, New Mexico. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a windy afternoon. We got here from Albuquerque at 12 o'clock noon on the dot. Got the trailer all set up, had lunch. Elena's taking a little nap, and I think we're going to go into downtown Santa Fe this evening or late this afternoon. On the first Friday of every week, they have free museum admission, and there are a few museums down there that we want to see. It's very windy. I'm going to go to a different location where I can get a better view of the surrounding area. I'm up here by the clubhouse now, and there's the flag. You can see how the wind is blowing, coming predominantly out of the southeast. I'd say 30 to 35 miles an hour with occasional stronger gusts. There's a couple of other airstreams here in the park. There's one of them right there, and there's another one around somewhere. This is South Santa Fe. We're about 12 miles away from Old Town. The campground's about a mile off of Interstate 25, just east of it. And off in the distance there are the mountains. These trees with the silvery green leaves are Russian olives. They have little olives on them too, but I'm told the olives are poisonous. And there we're parked, right there in site W5. And there's about, I'd say, 80 campsites here, and the park is pretty much full. So that's it for now until we get downtown later this afternoon. Forgot to mention the temperature right now is 80 degrees, and the elevation is 6,335 feet. That's roughly the same elevation as the mining town of Cokedale in Colorado, where we hope to visit on Monday. It's 5:15. We're in front of the Basilica Cathedral of St. Francis of Assisi. This is the seat of the Santa Fe Archdiocese. Mass just started, so we can't go in. But maybe we'll go in when Mass is over. Beautiful stone church. Quite large inside, I'm sure. Okay, here we are in the town plaza, downtown Old Town Santa Fe. Memorial to the Army Battle of Valverde in 1862. Very windy. Hope you'll be able to hear this. Here's a 360 of the plaza. Okay, we've left the plaza. We're on the Santa Fe Trail, and we're heading to the state capitol. Sidewalks are pretty narrow down here. Well, we're looking for the state capitol. We thought this building was it because of the flags, but it's a memorial building. The state capitol is a couple more blocks away. These are all the various government offices of the state of New Mexico. Okay, here's the New Mexico State Capitol. Not much of a building to look at, but architecturally consistent with the area and the heritage. I just tried going into the building. They're closing at 6 o'clock, so we're not going to be able to tour the building. The building is round. Sits in a big circle, and it's very modern inside. It's obviously not that old of a structure. So Elena's on the other side waiting for me. So we're going to hook up and then go into town, back into Old Town, and find a place to eat. Now we're in front of the Loretto Chapel, which is famous for its miraculous stairway. Unfortunately, it's closed, so we can't go in and see it. Okay, this is the plaza of the New Mexico Museum of Art. I took a quick run through the place. There's not a lot of art hanging on the walls. But interesting nonetheless. We're going to try out 2 other museums just across the block. Now we're in the Palace of the Governor's Museum, and there's a lot of historical, archaeological stuff in here. And here is glass in the floor showing archaeological remains of various types underneath the building. These are things that were unearthed, bowls. There's some old paintings. There's a conquistador hat in the other room. Spanish stuff.
Reception room for the governor.
Ah, this is the Spanish governor, probably reception room, or Mexican governor's reception room. Well, that makes sense then. That's why they call it the Plaza of the Governors. Here's an old historic mud wagon. I would call it a stagecoach, but it has mail on it, so it was obviously more of a stage, I guess, stagecoach. Period saddlery, firearms, outfits, equipment. That looks like for oxen, plow. Famous people in New Mexico history: Twitchell, Bandelier, Tucker, and Miss Tingley. Here's the New Mexico Chapel, used in 1821 to 1880. There's a wall of historical crucifixes and other what are they called? Religious symbols, relics. The Mexican governor's office from the frontier period. Pretty Spartan.